Well, hello, all my YouTube friends. Welcome back. Or if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the channel. My name is T, and this is my channel, Compass Tea and Sewing. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the new collection of patterns that was recently released for Simplicity as well as McCall's. So if that's something that's interesting to you, stick around, and I am going to share with you the patterns that I want out of these new collections. All right, everyone, so we're going to go ahead and get right into the video, and I am going to share with you some of the patterns that I want to get my hands on for this new fall collection from Simplicity and from McCall's. Now, I was not able to get my hands on these patterns as of the last sale. So I think the last McCall sale was last week or something like that, and the last Simplicity sale I think was the week before that. But as you all know, Simplicity and McCall, they usually put their new collections out the week after they have a major sale. So we have to wait a little bit longer so that we can actually get those new sale prices. And because Labor Day weekend is coming up, I believe a sale will be coming up soon. So keep your eyes open. I have not received my Joann flyer yet. Mine usually come a little bit late. So if you received the Joann flyer and if you have seen what those sales are and if they include pattern sales, please chime in below and let us know what those dates are for those of us who get our flyers late. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the Simplicity patterns, and I'm going to start with the Simplicity sewing pattern S9375. This is a missus skirt that is somewhat of a wrap skirt, and it has like this tie in the front, and I'll go ahead and put an image here so you can see what it looks like. But it consists of 9 pattern pieces, and it calls for fabrics such as chambray and cotton type fabrics, and you have different length options as well. So that's why you have views A, B, C, and D, because you have different length options. And the skirt also, you have like a little you could either do a button detail on the front, or like I said, you could do that twist knot or that little twist tie at the front of the side front of the, I think it's on the left or the right side of the garment. But it's a really cute skirt, and I'm thinking about getting this particular skirt from the new fall collection. Next on the list is the Simplicity S9385. This is a pattern of a knit top that is a long sleeve top with different neckline variations and also sleeve variations as well. You have a sleeve that is gathered at the shoulder head, but you can also make a version where it's not gathered at the shoulder head. But it also have these different neckline variations. You have a semi turtleneck or mock turtleneck, I guess they call it. And then you also have like a high neckline with a little band on it. That's not necessarily a turtleneck, but it's just a high neckline that has a band on it. So it's really cute. And then you also have like these long cuffs for views A and B that you can actually make. I'm sorry, for A it's a long cuff, for B it's a short cuff. For view C and D, the cuff is like a medium-sized cuff. So it's really cute, and it looks like the shoulder of the sleeve pattern, or the shoulder of the pattern, is a semi-drop sleeve. So it doesn't drop a whole lot, but it's just a little bit off the shoulder. So I think that's a really cute top for knits, and I think I'm going to get that for the fall. Next on my list is the Simplicity S9373, which is another pattern for knits, and this is a cardigan. Now this one is an open cardigan that has buttons down the center front, and you can do 3 different variations. I think it's 4 different variations here of a semi-loose fitting cardigan, and it has pockets on the front. It also has an option where you can do that long cuff view on your sleeve. It's a drop shoulder sleeve. It's a little bit more drop shoulder than the first pattern that I just showed you, the first knit top that I showed you. And it has different length variations. So you can make a really long cardigan, or you can make a short cardigan, or a cardigan that goes up to your mid thighs. Now this particular pattern says that it has 10 pattern pieces, and it calls for fabrics such as double knit, interlock, ITY, jersey, modal knits, bamboo, ponte and rib knit and sweater knit fabrics. So that would be a really good pattern for me to play with, I think. Next on my list is the Mimi GS 9381. Now I wrestled with whether or not I wanted to get this pattern just simply because it's a lined jacket and I just don't have any interest of doing anything lined this year with jackets, because I want to make easier projects so that I can actually enhance my wardrobe faster, because you all know I just did that big purge when I cleaned out my sewing room and I got rid of a lot of, not just a lot of my fabrics, but I got rid of a lot of my clothing, my ready to wear clothing. So I have no ready to wear clothing. I have maybe a few tops and a few pair of pants, but nothing like I used to. And I also cut down on some of the me-mates that I have made as well. And so I'm trying to bring that, bring my wardrobe back up, and I want to do that as quickly as possible. And so I'm not really interested in doing a lot of lined stuff right now, but I think I would get this pattern just so that I can actually have it in my stash and maybe do it next year when I have the time. But again, like I said, it's the Mimi GS 9381. And it is a pattern that has a jacket and also a pair of shorts and a pair of pants in it. I think the shorts and the pants would be really easy to make and very cute, but I'm more interested in the jacket. I love the detail of the buttons on here. On this jacket, it's just very interesting and unique, and it's definitely something that I can see wearing, you know, to church or to some kind of semi-casual event. So I really like this, and the pattern calls for crepe, denim, faux, leather, lightweight wools, linen types, and sateen type fabrics. And this pattern has 26 pattern pieces, which I'm not really surprised by, because a lot of Mimi G patterns have a lot of pattern pieces, and that's why I don't make them very often, because they have a lot of pattern pieces. So just keep that in mind if that's something that you actually want to make. I think this is going to be your intermediate to advanced pattern. So that's something to keep in mind. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on and talk about the McCall's patterns. Now, obviously, the patterns that I showed you here with the Simplicity patterns, they're not the full collection, but those are some of the patterns that I am considering getting. At the end of the video, I'll give you a montage of some of the other patterns in the Simplicity collection so that you could get an idea if you haven't had a chance to see them yet. And then I'll do the same thing with the McCall patterns as well. I'll just give you a little video montage at the end of my video so you can see what else is in the collection for the Simplicity and McCall patterns. So let's go ahead and turn our attention to the McCall patterns and some of the patterns I like in that one, and what I'm planning on getting. The first pattern that I want to start with is the McCall's M8239, which is a pattern that features a dress pattern with 3 different variations. I think they have these princess seam lines, but as you can see, they're not like those deep curves that you usually get for the princess seam lines, but it's a really cute pattern. It has an option to have, you can do short sleeves with the cuff or long sleeves with the cuff. It also has a high neckline, which features a collar. So I thought that was a really cute, interesting pattern. And like I said, certainly not anything like groundbreaking, but it is a really cute pattern, and I really like the art lines on this particular pattern. It calls for fabrics such as crepes, chalets, cotton blends, and stable knit fabrics. And yeah, so the pattern comes in sizes 6 to 14 and 16 to 24. So it's a really nice dress pattern. I'm also considering getting the McCall's M8237, which is a Mrs. Tunic dress. And it also has different sleeve variations as well as length variations. It has a center front button placket, and it has like this V neckline. The back has darting, and you're cutting the back out twice. It also has a drop sleeve. It's a really just simple and easy project, and it calls for fabrics such as crepes, cotton blends, stable knits, and poplin, and 12 buttons. So it's a really cute pattern that I thought would also, it also has potential and also looks really cute. And then the front of the garment, as you can see, it has like a ruching in the front, which I thought was really interesting as well. Next on my list is the McCall's M8238, which is another dress pattern. And this dress pattern is very interesting. I don't even know how to really explain this one to you. So I'll just go ahead and put the artwork and the lines, the line art and all that here so that you can actually see what it looks like. But it has it's a dress, and it has three different variations. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, three different variations of a dress. And it has like this this wrap neckline that's open, and it also has like a keyhole in the front. It is supposed to be made with fabrics with 50% two-way stretch. And also you can use interlock, cotton knits, velvets, jerseys, those types of knit fabrics, as long as they have that 50% stretch on them. But it's a really interesting pattern. You have different skirt lengths as well as different skirt variations. So you can make a variation where there's a slit on the side of the skirt, and you could also make a variation where there's a long variation without a slit and then a short variation without a slit. So it's a really cute dress, and I think it's really cute for fall. So another pattern that I actually want to get my hands on is the McCall's M8248. I really love the way in which this model actually styled this particular skirt, and that's what's drawing me in, I think, is the styling. I love how she styled it with the oversized sweater and also the boots. It's just really cute, and I love that styling. It has three different variations. So you have the long length that you see the model wearing. There's a little short, looks like a mini skirt, and then there's a midi skirt as well. As you can see, it has a side zipper, and it has pleats and a wide waistband. So it says cotton blends, gabardine, crepes, and sateen. So I was thinking more like crepes, or not crepes, sorry, rayons or something like that, because the one that the model have on looks somewhat loose and flowing. So I don't know, but it's a really cute pattern, and I thought that that would be really cute to have. Next on my list is the McCall's M8247, which is another cardigan pattern. Now, if I don't get the cardigan pattern from Simplicity, I'll definitely get this one. This one is, I think, so cute. You have gathers at the shoulder line. It's more fitted than the one that came out in the Simplicity collection. And then also, I just love the neckline as well. I love the different length the length variations, and you have an option to put a cuff on or leave the cuff off. It's just a really cute and simple top. And then you also have the option, if you don't want to do the gathering at the head of your shoulder, there's another option, which is view B, where you don't even have to do gathering. And so I really like this particular cardigan, and I like the option where you could put the lace around the front as well. So this particular pattern is calling for fabrics with 35% moderate stretch, and it's calling for sweater knits, rib knits, cotton blends, velour, those types of fabrics. So, and it comes in extra small to extra, extra large. And I'm sorry, I haven't told you about all the sizing of the other patterns, but the information is easily available. All you have to do is follow the Something Delightful link for the McCall's, Butterick, and Vogue patterns. And then for the Simplicity patterns, you just go to simplicity.com. So those are all the patterns that I am thinking about getting when we have those sales, and I'll go ahead and go out and get these patterns during the $1.99 sale. So as I promised, at the end of this video, I'll go ahead and show you a montage of all of the other patterns that came out. They have some patterns. I know Norris Ford, he came out with a jacket, and Mimi G came out with a few more other things that I didn't talk about. There's kids patterns. There are just a lot of patterns that came out, and I'll go ahead and show you what those patterns look like, just in case you want to see what those look like.